Ms. Brown.
Go ahead and start.
It is now 6 p.m. The chair will call this March 19th, 2024 regular school board meeting to order. Madam Clerk, has the public been notified?
Yes, sir.
And I do confirm a quorum. The chair would ask for motion to go into executive session for personnel reason.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we enter executive session for personnel matters.
Second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Mrs. Green. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7-0. Just let everyone know that we won't be long. We don't have a lot on schedule, so we should be out shortly. No later than 30 minutes, but probably shorter than that. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me.
Green.
One superintendent. One superintendent.
Man, that boy crazy. I ain't fooling with you. I ain't fooling with you. Thank you, Doc. Ready? Executive session, no action taken.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
make a motion, we exit executive session, no actions taken.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Dr. Harris. The executive session, no action taken. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7-0. This time, we will, just wanted to welcome everyone to this, March 19th, 2024 school board meeting. We thank you. You know, often say it take a village to raise a child. All of us, in our own way, preachers, deacons, mom, grandpas, all of us. So we need everybody. And we thank you for your support. Our school district. This time we're going to have our, pledge allegiance and a moment of silence with our secretary, Mr. Seeps. Please stand. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of
America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
liberty, and justice for all.
Please remain standing for a moment of silence. You may be seated. Thank you. Right. This time, we will get the approval of the agenda.
For Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
A second.
Motion made by Mrs. Green, second by Mr. Davis to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7-0. At this time, do we have any public comment, Mr. Seaver?
We have a public comment from Ms. Calissa Willingham Douglas, District 7. The topic is Pack the Trunk for Seniors and Juneteenth Community Celebration.
Everyone.
Good evening.
Yes, my name is Calissa Willingham Douglas. I am a constituent of District 7. So I come here tonight on behalf of COP, Coalition of Fairfield. We are a very, very small but intimate group. Our main and core focus is to move our town forward in a positive direction. So we're doing different things in the community. One thing in particular y'all all can remember was last year we had our first ever Juneteenth celebration held in Fairfield. We had over 100 entries for the parade, and it was a wonderful celebration. We want to do the same thing this year. Hopefully it can be better than last year. We had some things get worked out, but we figured it out. We're on to a good path. We are getting entries in now. So if anybody would like to participate, I will leave a flyer with the secretary. It has our contact information on there. We would like for everyone to participate, that's able to participate. Also at the parade starts at 10 a.m. Following the parade, we will be at the Fairfield Alumni Building. Last year, we only allowed churches to set up. Anybody can set up this year. The food will be free, so we're asking for everyone to give out the food. We want to make it like a fellowship, a revival type. We will have entertainment as well as guest speakers so that we all can remember our people. Aside from that, we are also packing a trunk for a young man and a young lady who will be graduating from Fairfield Central High School this year. They will have to attend a 4-year college in the fall. So we are getting with the guidance counselors at the school to give us some students who want to go to school. These students will be entered in a random drawing. We will pack a trunk. We just need some personal items for their dorm, hygiene products, bedding essentials, things like that. So the information is on here. That person will be, again, in a random drawing, and they will be awarded their trunks at class night. So we'll present those at class night. Hope you all can participate, and thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right. Any more public comment, Mr. Seaver? Okay. Recognition and presentations. Dr. Avery.
Good evening.
Chairman Miller, members of the board, along with Superintendent Green, tonight we're going to recognize our South Carolina AEOP Administrator of the Year, Dr. J.R. Green, along with the Office Professional of the Year, Jennifer Kendrick, who is of course in Richmond too. But tonight we want to especially recognize our very own. Thank you. The South Carolina Association of Educational Office Professionals from Fairfield County AEOP office professionals who were installed as officers for the 24-25 SCAEOP board. These individuals were installed at their annual conference held in Greenville, South Carolina on February 15th through the 18th. Dr. Green, would you join me in recognizing these individuals and come forward to give them their certificate? First, we will recognize Javonda Brown. And the certificate reads as follows. For her achievement as an office professional in Fairfield County School District and being named to the 2024-2025 South Carolina Association of Education Office Professionals Board. May you be successful in your endeavors to impact office professionals locally, statewide, and nationally as you have been purposed by design. Cultivate, innovate, excel. Okay. Next, Michelle R. Brown. Group picture? Okay. All right, no individual. Shalisa Leisha Lethan. And I always call you Miss Lethan for that reason. And last but certainly not least, Linda Alexander. And as stated earlier, our very own Dr. J.R. Green was recognized as the South Carolina Administrator of the Year by SCAEOP. Let's give them all a round of applause.
All right.
Now, Dr. Avery, I want the board to come down and we're going to take a picture with Dr. Green on board. It's for his being recognized as the on board.
I got tennis shoes.
He work, you don't work, we don't, they work for him. You know, we have some great administrators, professionals in this district, and it just shows these four elite young ladies. I call them elite because they're at the top. And we just, again, let's clap our hands for them. Yeah, all right. And knowing that board don't have but one employee. And you know who that is? That's the superintendent. And that's why I asked Boyd to come down. We only have one. Dr. Green is everybody else's boss. Okay? All right. So we on solid ground. Just want everybody to know. At this time, we have our board minutes from the February 13th, 2024 meeting.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion, we approve the board minutes from February 13th call, regular call board meeting.
A second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Mr. Davis to accept the board minutes from the February 13th, 2024 board meeting. All in favor show by the raising of the hand. That would be 7-0. This time superintendent report, Dr. Green.
Chairman Miller, members of the board, the first thing I want to take an opportunity to really applaud is the Fairfield Central High School Academic Challenge team, who won the regular season and region championship, I guess about a week and a half or so ago. I know Ms. Harrison was there for the final match, and so was I. And it is so impressive to see these young folks in action. Anytime I am at an academic competition, it absolutely reminds me of how dumb I am, because I know very few of the answers. And here it is, we have these high school students who are able to answer all of these questions. And so it is very, very impressive. And so I've been to several academic competitions over the course of the year. The coach has told me that I am their good luck charm, and so I had to be there for the regional meet. In fact, I had an appointment while the regional meet was going on, and I think Ms. Brown called me to say, I don't know what time it was, your appointment is here, and I said, well, you tell them I can't come right now because we're in the midst of the championship round. And if I leave and we lose, it'll be my fault. All right. And so they've already told me I was the good luck charm. And so fortunately we won, I think by 1 point. Do you remember that? We won by 1 point. But now our scholars will be traveling to Winthrop University on March 22nd. I had a meeting at the University of South Carolina with this advisory committee that I sit on, but I cannot go to that advisory committee at University of South Carolina, all right? Because if we don't win it all, it'll be my fault because I was not there. And so I've already told them I will be there bright and early. But in all honesty, their success has nothing to do with me, all right? I don't want anybody to believe that, all right? It has nothing to do with JR. It is just that they are a bright group of young people who have done a remarkable job of preparing themselves for this success. And so we look forward to being there at Winthrop University to compete against schools in the Midlands and down in the PD. They will be representing the Old English area, and I know they are going to do an absolutely fantastic job.
Yes.
I just wanted to say, Miss Alcon been here for many years because my daughters both was on the academic challenge team. And I used to travel with them everywhere. And I'm like, Dr. Green, you trying to figure out the answer? He was like, how they know that? We don't know none of that. But I commend Miss Alcon. She's been here for a lot of years and she's done wonders with the academic challenge team.
Oh, no, she does an absolute remarkable job. Remarkable job. Let me give the Lady Griffin softball team a shout out. They won on yesterday. They defeated Newberry. They will be competing again tonight. But we have softball competing tonight, baseball competing tonight. Girls and boys soccer will be competing tonight as well. In fact, the baseball team is undefeated currently. So I think they might have lost a game in a scrimmage, but since the regular season has started, they have not lost a game. And so Coach Perry and the Griffin baseball team are doing an absolutely remarkable job. I attended, I've been to a couple of games, but one game is Harrison. They played Ridgeview, and they had beat Ridgeview, I think, maybe, I don't know, that might have been the first game, first or second game. Might have been the second time they played Ridgeview. And it was kind of nip and tuck the entire game. And Ridgeview was leading, maybe going into maybe the sixth or seventh inning. And then we came back and won it, maybe about 1 or 2 runs. And so they have shown some fortitude and some resilience and are doing an absolutely remarkable job. So if you get an opportunity, and we don't stay here too long tonight, stop by the high school. There's a lot going on with soccer, softball, and baseball tonight. Put on your calendar the Fairfield Central High School Orchestra. Will have their spring concert tomorrow,
Right.
at 6:30 at the high school. Let me give Ms. Wise a shout out, who continues to do an absolutely remarkable job of developing musicianship with our orchestra students.
What time is that?
6:30. Yeah, 6:30 p.m. Get an opportunity to come to the spring concert. And last, you probably have been reading about a solar eclipse that we will experience on what's that? Next month, the 8th, April 8th. Solar eclipse will be impacting South Carolina. Some people have made a decision to go to a half day. We plan to have a regular school day. We hope to maybe make this a teachable moment. It won't be a total darkness, as sometimes eclipses can be. It will be a dimness in the sky from all the reports that I have received. At least that's what they're telling me, Ms. Green. All right. And so my luck, it'll be pitch black. But they said there should be a dimness in the sky. I've talked to Ms. Wallace about maybe purchasing some of these eclipse glasses just in case somebody wants to test it out and take a look at the sun, because you're not supposed to do that. It is projected to come about 2:30, about the time when the elementary schools are dismissed, and on the tail end of when our secondary students are dismissed. And so should be an exciting time, and we'll try and develop some opportunities to really talk about this, really learn some scientific discovery as a function of this eclipse. So you may have heard some neighboring districts have said that they're going to dismiss early. We are not dismissing early here unless we get some new information. But several of my colleagues in neighboring districts have already indicated they aren't dismissing either. So we look forward to learning a few things about this very rare occurrence. All right. Any other questions?
Sir Chair.
Yeah.
I recall the last eclipse, and at the high school, a number of the science classes, they went outside and different people made glass. That was one of the what is it? One of the projects of the science class was to make glasses for everybody to use, and we were all over the campus. It was a very teachable moment.
Yeah.
And I think that this will be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So the next item, I'll move forward with Midland Mid-State Technical Institute. Okay. And so in your board packet, you have a request from Mid-State Technical Institute. Mr. Randy Sisk is here today. He'll be willing to entertain a few questions, but I'll cover a few of the items. One of the things that Mr. Sisk and his organization are looking to do on the property, and so the property we're talking about is the old Gordon School. So Mr. Sisk and his organization are requesting use of the bottom half of the Gordon building and the land in the rear of the Gordon building. The land in the rear of the Gordon building, they are proposing doing a community garden, okay, with raised beds. Hopefully they'll be able to provide fresh fruit and vegetables to people in the community who may be in need. I think he has worked out a relationship with the seniors in the area. where they can, because I mean, potentially come by and pick some of the fruits and vegetables as well. And just a whole overall goal of eating much healthier and providing much more healthier options for the people in the community. In addition to that, they're looking to implement multiple education programs. Mr. Sisk has always had a passion for trying to address quote unquote at-risk youth in our community. Some of our young people who tend to find themselves going astray. And as Mr. Miller mentioned earlier, it takes the efforts of us all if we are going to really maximize the potential of all of our young people. And while we have a part to play in that effort, so will community organizations like Mr. Sisk play a part, because they aren't with us 24/7. And so Mr. Sisk wants to be a partner in helping to fill in the gaps. One new thing that Mr. Sisk shared with me, I didn't know they were going to be raising honeybees and all of those things as well. That's a new one to me there. But apparently he says that Mr. Taylor, the city manager, is a big bee guy. And so as a part of some of the things that they're going to provide, honeybees is something that they're looking to do also. So Mr. Sisk, I'm going to give you an opportunity to come up, if you will. I think there may be a few questions that the board members may have, but if you could just do a little quick snapshot in 2 or 3 minutes, Mr. Sisk, of what you hope to accomplish with this new entity, if the board provides you an opportunity to utilize the property. Yeah.
The honeybees, y'all say no, but your flowers have to have a bee to pollinate.
Mm-hmm.
With that, nothing happens. Going back to the troubled youth and at risk, Professor Mark Schaefer, MD, here in Winsboro, has taken a hand in this, taking it down to Prism Health in Columbia and trying to bring it up as a way for our youth to get back on the right track. The community garden, I have addressed Ms. Williams, Fairfield County Council. She wants a proposal from me to take it countywide. The community garden, if I can simply say to you, we have people here in Fairfield that are skipping medications. They are missing meals, and some are in jeopardy of losing their homes. And I think as a community, we can do better. This is my way of helping our people. Council on Aging, transit systems coming in. It just, if I can say, it's blooming more every day. Back into the building, Dr. Green, the Fairfield Forward, Fairfield Community Food Bank, Food Chair, and myself intend to partner into that for a win for everyone in Fairfield. There is another county/state agency that is talking about coming in there, but we don't have anything solid right now. And as a snapshot, that's.
Go ahead. I just have a question. Sir Chair, may I mean, you had mentioned different organizations. You said Fairfield Forward, the Food Bank, and who else?
Food Chair,
Chair.
Food Bank,
Right.
Fairfield Forward. I'll meet with her tomorrow. And the WIOA, we are loosely talking at this time. If they come down, everyone's going to be in a central location.
That sounds great. That sounds good. Okay.
There is more room in that building on the inside and outside than they have down here.
Yes. And you said that the food that you'll be growing, you're going to give away, or, and have you thought about how you're going to distribute that
Yes.
food? Okay.
Fairfield County Sheriff's Office is going to be taking some that we will package for them. And they're taking it to the ones out in the community that cannot get out. Council on Aging will be doing the same thing. Now, we were mentioning the raised garden. That is for our senior citizens and our disabled to be able to go pick it themselves if they wish. If not, we are working to hire a couple people to do that for them. We do not wish for these people to get down into a garden and get stuck. Vegetables will be the vegetables that are easily digested by our senior citizens. Then down at the garden itself is our common vegetable, along with fruits being watermelon, strawberries, raspberry, grape. We have one gentleman who wants to bring apple tree down there. And yes, ma'am, this is 100% community garden. Not a soul will pay a dime.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Sis, you mentioned the youth. How are you gonna utilize the youth with this community garden, the at-risk?
We are not at this time.
Okay.
Waiting to deal with Dr. Schaefer a little bit more and get some clarity on what they can do. I was doing some research waiting outside on youth social justice. And I don't intend to combine the two because the youth could be in a more stressful situation. So let's keep them separated and go from that. I do have to work with, and he is a professor, Mark Schaefer, MD at Prism Health. And we are going to rely heavily on Prism Health for this information.
Okay. And I see where you say you, the increasing number of guards, you would need a truck and trailer, tractor, whatever. Are y'all providing that? Or you asking people to help
We are
with
not
that?
asking you for anything other than the dirt and the back building. Because we will have, according to Mr. Taylor, he wants a garden on the south side of Winsboro. Ms. Williams wants a garden at the new Ridgeway Recreation, the recreation in Mitford, Rufus Belton Park. These are all places that we are looking to put these gardens.
And y'all plan on doing them at all these different places?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right, thank you.
Mrs.
You got it.
Yeah, I got a question. Now, what I wanted, trying to find out, do we have a grant? Or how is this gonna be done? Because this is gonna cost money.
I will be meeting tomorrow at 1:30 to finalize some grants through Fairfield Forward with Shelley.
You are working on some
Yes,
grants.
sir.
That's what I needed to know. Yeah. Dr. Green, go ahead.
So a couple of questions, Mrs. Sis. What exactly are you asking for I'm assuming in terms of a lease? What kind of time period are you requesting?
Year to year,
A year-to-year lease?
year-to-year lease,
Okay.
5-year lease, whatever the board comes up with.
Okay. And the other question I have is, have you gotten, obviously a community garden is a great thing. I love to have a garden myself. I just don't want to work in it. So if you got commitments, I mean, who's actually who can work the garden? You know, and that's always the biggest question about a garden is everyone thinks it's a great idea, but no one wants to go out there and pull weeds, and no one wants to go out there and fertilize and debug. I mean, so who's going to do that work in the garden?
Green, I have a list of people who have come up. The Lions Club asked me to do a presentation, which I did. The Lions Club themselves will be stepping forward and helping. In fact, the Lions Club is going to be paying for the transit system's bus fare for the citizens to come to the garden and back. That will be paid by the Lions Club. I mean, that's just how in-depth it's getting.
Okay.
Love to see you out there.
What amazes me is how, I think it sounds like a very, very, very good project. I just want to see how it works, as in how you're selecting and who you're going to select to enter the garden, how they're going to get in the garden. There's just so many components to it. I just would like a little bit more information on how you're going to run it. Once, if it's available, who gets to come in, how they get to come in, how much do they bring their bags? I just need to see it. It sounds great.
As far as when they come into the garden to get the produce, they will have a grocery plastic cart.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And once they take their produce up to the shed, then we'll transfer it to a paper bag for them to take home.
It sounds great. Okay. It sounds great.
We also, Dr. Green was in a meeting a while back where we have several that's coming in. Oversee. This is not me. This is too big for me.
I want to work with the bees. I want to work with the bees.
What's your address? I'll send you.
More questions? Thank you, Mr. Sess.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Yes, sir. We're gonna get back with you.
Wow, that's a lot.
Thanks.
Fair.
Yes.
Bless you.
Curriculum and instruction. Update.
Bless you.
Evening.
Good evening.
For your approval, for your retroactive approval, is a overnight field trip request from Fairfield Central High School. On February 23rd and 24th, we had 2 students from Fairfield Central High School to compete and qualify for the state individual wrestling championship that took place in Anderson, South Carolina.
Anderson.
We got to vote on it.
We need a
Mr.
motion?
Chair,
Get a motion?
Oh.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion to accept the superintendent recommendation of the board retroactively approve the overnight field trip request for the Fairfield Central High School.
I second.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Mr. Davis, to accept the superintendent recommendation, to accept,
Retroactive.
2 wrestling. All that. My eyes is playing tricks on me, y'all.
The retroactive.
Okay, superintendent recommendation, it's moving on me for, it's moving. Okay. Recommends to approve the overnight field trip. It's already been done, right?
Yeah.
Retroactive.
Motion made by Mrs. Harrison, second by Mr. Davis. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. All right, move on.
The second item for approval are the 24-25 instructional materials textbooks that were selected for district approval or the state adoption from the South Carolina Department of Education and you are approving textbook selections and instruction materials for ELA for grades kindergarten through high school, ranging from events placement, AP English Language and Composition course, AP English Language Composition, English 1, 2, 3, and 4, and K through 5 ELA, along with 6 through 8, and kindergarten and third grade handwriting. The recommending action, the superintendent recommends the board approve the instructional materials, textbooks, district selection recommendations for adoption for the 2024-2025 school year.
Is there a motion?
Sir Chair,
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation to approve the instructional materials, textbooks, district selection recommendations for adoption for the 2024-2025 school year.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Mrs. Green, second by Dr. Harris to approve accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the instructional material, textbook, district selection recommendation of adoption of the 24-25 school year. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7-0.
The last and final item is the approval of the locally designed elective courses for local board approval for Fairfield Elementary, McCory Liston School of Technology, Fairfield Middle School, Fairfield Central High School, and Gordon Odyssey Academy. And the elementary school courses are for Read 180 at Fairfield Elementary School and McCory Liston, along with at Fairfield Middle School, the Read 180 and System 44, along with their Math 180 course and their Avid courses and WIN. And for the high school courses, Minds on Math, Biology 1 seminar, Foundations of the American Nation, along with English 1 seminar and Annual Algebra 1 seminar. And the recommended action, the superintendent recommends the board approve the locally designed elective courses for the 2024-2025 school year.
Can we get a motion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the locally designed elective courses for the 24-25 school year.
Motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Mr. Davis to accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the local design elective courses for the 24-25 school year. All in favor show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you, Dr. Davis.
Thank you.
Mr. Robinson.
Good evening. We have 3 items this evening under Finance and Operations. And the first item for your information is the February 2024 Finance Report. The expenditures are about where we thought they should be. Our revenues in the report, even though it's for February, we only have activity through January. We're still waiting the February revenue information from the county. It came in a little late, so we weren't able to include that in the report. But for right now, everything looks to be where we thought it should be for this time of year. And next month, once we get the final reports that I'm expecting, we'll have a projection for the total year, for the fiscal year. But this report is for your information. Okay. And the second item for the board's information is the budget timeline for the fiscal year 24-25 budget. We're scheduled to have 3 budget hearings, and each of the budget hearings will be during regularly scheduled board meetings. The first one, April 16th, and then we'll have our second one on May 21st, and the final one, June the 4th, along with a public hearing on May the 14th. So that's just presented for your information.
Sir Chair,
Yes,
can
ma'am.
you tell me those dates again? April the 16th?
April 16th. And then the second reading is May 21st. And then the final one on June 4th. And those are all the regularly scheduled board meeting dates. And also the public hearing is on May the 14th.
Any questions to Mr. Robinson? More questions? All right, go to the next.
And the final item is for an action item for the board. And it's a facility usage request. The superintendent recommends the board take action on a facility usage request with waiver of fees from the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, use of McCrory-Liston School of Technology on April 22nd, 2024 for their annual public meeting. And that facility usage request, along with the fee schedule, is included.
Can we get a motion, please?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation to take action on a facility use request with waiver fees from the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, use of McCrory-Liston School of Technology on April the 22nd, 24 for their annual public meeting.
That was motion made by Ms. Harrison, second by Pastor Jackson, to accept the superintendent recommendation to approve some professional. Somebody, this thing keep moving on me tonight, y'all. I am so sorry.
Yes, it sure does.
One of them nights. Okay. Go right here. Accept the superintendent recommendation to board approve the. No, that ain't it right there. That's moving.
Trey gets it.
It is right here. Is it right? Yeah. Okay. Accept the superintendent recommendation to take action in facility usage request with waiver the fees of the U.S. Nuclear Regulatory Commission, use of the McCrory-Liston School of Technology on April the 22nd, 2024 to the annual public meeting.
That's right.
All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be 7-0. Thank you. All right. Human resource, please.
Good evening,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Chairman and members of the board.
Good.
Under HR this evening, we have the following items for your approval. Item 1, certified resignations and termination. Recommended action. The superintendent recommends the board approve certified resignations and terminations as outlined in Exhibit 1.
You get a motion?
Chairman Miller,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that,
Turn your mic on.
it's on?
Get just a
Oh,
closer.
okay. I'd like to make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation that the board approves certified educational resignation termination to be effective at the conclusion of the 2023-2024 academic school year, providing I get a second.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by Dr. Harris, accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the certified educator's resignation and termination of effective at the conclusion of the 23-2024 academic year. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. That would be
Yes, indeed.
7-0 round.
Next, we have item 2, certified recommendations. The superintendent recommends the board approve professional certified educators for the 24-25 academic year as presented in Exhibit 2.
Can we get a motion?
Chairman Miller, I'd like
Yes.
to make a motion, we accept the superintendent recommendation that the board approves certified professional educators for the 2024-2025 academic year, providing I get a second.
That's an exhibit.
Second such motion.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by Dr. Harris, accept the superintendent recommendation to approve the certified professional educators for the 24-25 academic year. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Yes, ma'am.
Lastly, we have item 3, certified administrative recommendations. Recommended action. The superintendent recommends the board approve certified professional administrators for the 24-25 academic year as outlined in Exhibit 3.
We get a motion?
Chair,
Yes.
I would like to make a motion that we accept the superintendent's recommendation for the board approval of certified professionals administrators for the 24-25 academic school year as in Exhibit 3. If approved.
I second.
Motion made by Ms. Green, second by Mr. Davis, accept the superintendent recommendation. Board approves certified professional administration for the 24-25 academic year. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you, Mrs. Robinson.
All right, thank you.
We're gonna move down to board chair report. I just like to say and make sure everyone, don't forget about, and the doctor had already talked about it, but spring concert. I heard that it was off the chain.
Last year was nice.
You know, so let's try to come out if we can on tomorrow night at 6:30. Spring concert. Also, April the 10th, Day at the Capitol. Board members want to go down and talk to our legislators. It starts at 8:45 to 12:30 p.m. I think lunch will be provided, but we can go and talk to our state legislators and things that impacting the school. And I think if we can, we should, so put that on your calendar. Also, I just wanted to talk a little bit about, Ms. Melissa, you talked about the thing that we're gonna have up here. Well, Blair finna have Blair Day out there in Blair, South Carolina. Ain't nothing like it. Ain't nothing like it.
It sure is now.
No, it's
Hemingway, you hear what I say? Ain't nothing
That's right.
like Blair Day in Blair, South Carolina. Okay, we shut down the street. 34 will not run.
Yeah.
We shut it down.
Yes, we do.
And everybody in Blair comes out and all over the community from everywhere. I'm just making fun of it, but we're planning to have a great time. Churches, everybody come and fellowship together, have a good time. And, we can, even our school district, it may be some questions. Folks from Newberry might be on the borderline. You can come on over. Chapin, come on over to our schools. Tell them a little bit about our schools. So we'll be doing a lot, all free food. Ain't nobody charging inside that. Everything is free.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So we'll be doing the Italian ices, hope some fish and fries and anything else. We want to invite the whole community, but we want to invite the school board. Come out to Blair Day and enjoy and fellowship with us. We want to have a parade, and I think it's going to start about 11 o'clock, Dr. Green. And you've been out plenty of time. We'd like to see Harrison comes out. I would like to see all of y'all come out and have your car and be part of the community for our Blair Day, which is April the 27th. Put that on your calendar, April the 27th. Dr. Hemingway, I'm looking for you.
That's right.
All right. See you.
Yes,
All right. And that's about all I have. Anybody else have anything else?
Mr. Chair.
Yes, ma'am.
Of course, everybody know I had my gala this year. This was my
Yes.
14th year. I was so glad Mr. Hemingway was able to come and fellowship with us. He told me he wanted to dance, but I guess everybody was talking to him, so he didn't get to dance. Dr. Green don't never dance; he just eat. So, but I really, it was a real success again this year. Even though I had a lot of overcosts, I still was able to raise the money. So I'm giving out 11 scholarships in the amount of $500 each. So it was still a success, and I really truly want to thank Miss Green and her family. She normally goes to Pittsburgh,
That's right.
but her family decided to come celebrate with us, and and her mom said next year she gonna have a birthday party at the gala. So she gonna have 2 tables. So we already setting it up. If Mr. Siebels don't bother them next year, because he definitely was bothering them. But I want to thank Mr. Siebels for taking pictures. I'm just getting them though. But anyway, everybody done called me about these pictures. But I appreciate him volunteering because Dwight unfortunately had emergency surgery. So he called me. He was really upset. I tried to put the surgery off. I said, no, your health is more important. But Mr. Siebels called me and said, I'll take the picture. So he did that, even though I had to get on him by bringing him. But I appreciate all the support that I get from everybody that supported my gala over the year. And I'm looking forward to next year. I'm going to have to move the date up because I see we got the annual conference at the end of February next year. So
Yeah.
tell your mom she's going to have to come down a little bit early and celebrate her birthday. Thank y'all.
Dave?
Chairman Miller,
Yes.
first of all, I'd like to announce to the board, this past Friday, I received a new son-in-law from Ganga.
Oh,
And yeah, my daughter got married. I'm very excited and happy for him. You know, it's totally a different tradition of how they get married. You know, Mr. Siebels was there, able to take some pictures and see the attire that they wear and their culture of how they do things around there. So it was really a blessing to be able to be there with my daughter when she got married and everything. And I'm just excited for them. And like the pastor say, let everybody know that they've been married. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Also, you know, I'm really big on giving back to my community, the children of this district and everything. So this coming May, me and Mr. Siebels, along with the Primetime Riders, will be assisting the Council on Agency, where we're gonna feed all the senior citizens throughout the county. It's gonna be a big event. We got a lot in store for the seniors because it's not about us, it's about them. And we just want to show a small appreciation, token of appreciation that we have for them by, you know, doing something very special. So I'm inviting the board on May 17th to come out there. We're gonna have plenty of food, entertainment. We may even do some little raffles for the seniors. The hours are from 12 to 3.
okay.
We have numerous sponsors already, and we have people that's still willing to donate and want to be a part of this. So if you like to participate or be a part of it, just, you know, reach out to me and let me know. And we appreciate everything that you're doing.
Where's it gonna
Thanks.
be held?
Sorry about that. It's gonna be held at Fortune Spring Park.
Okay. Any more? So before we're gonna go and make a nomination for this region. Well, do we have any more questions? Anybody have anything else to say before we make? Can I get a motion to the board chair will entertain a motion to nominate a board member, Ms. Sylvia Harris, to be the SCSBA Region 12 Director, representing Fairfield, Cherokee, Chester, and Lawrence 55, Lawrence 56, Newberry, and Union. Want someone to give me a motion, please?
Chairman Miller,
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the board chair's entertained motion to nominate a board member, Ms. Sylvia Harrison, to be the SCSBA Region 12 Director Representative for Fairfield County, Cherokee, Chester, Lawrence 55, Lawrence 56, and Newberry and Union, providing I get a second.
Chair, I second.
I definitely, yes, that's right.
Motion made by Mr. Davis, second by Pastor Jackson, to nominate Mrs. Sylvia Harris to be our to be our nominee for the board. Member Siri Harris for the Region 12. Director representing Fairfield, Cherokee, Chester, Lawrence 55, Lawrence 56, Newberry, and Union. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand.
Yes.
That would be 7-0. Ms. Brown, please, when we get that, send that in for Ms. Harrison.
Yes.
Okay. This time, anybody else got anything else?
Chair Miller, I'd just like to say congratulations, Ms. Harrison. We wish you the best.
I appreciate it, but I have to be selected. I gotta do an interview. So with all prayers.
Yeah, you'll
So
do
thank
fine.
y'all.
You get it? Anybody else? Right. Now, this time, can we get a motion?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
Before I
Second.
did, before I do that right there, I just wanted to, and I talked about it, but we want to acknowledge our superintendent-elect, Dr. Hemingway, and thank you for being here and coming to our meeting tonight. Really appreciate it, and everybody out there. At this time, can we get a motion, please?
Make a motion, we adjourn.
I second.
That's fine.
Get Ms. Green. Ms.
Ms.
Green
Green
second.
second the motion.
Motion made by Ms. Harris, second by Ms. Green. To
Get it.
close out the night. All in favor, show by the raising of the right hand. Thank you. Meeting open.
You got it. And then when I